Hello, this is Noreen from Joya Cards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! For more of my Stampin' Up! Card videos, please click that subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified when my videos release. Anyway, now let's go make a card. Hello everybody, today's card is a really cool how to make a Z-fold card, and I'm going to be using Clever Cats, so it's kind of like a Halloween-y tutorial thing. And look, this is the Z card. So there you can see the Z because you're facing down in my glass. This is how it is folded. And when you open it up, look at how cute that is. So we're only going to be using Clever Cats, and we're going to be doing some fussy cutting and some inking. That's about it. So it's not really all that difficult. It's just really getting the formula for the Z fold. So let's go ahead and start with the base. So to make the base, you're going to take a regular 8.5 by 11 paper, and we're going to cut this. It's going to be 11 by 4 1/4. So we already know the long part is 11. So all we have to do is cut this 4 1/4. And then we're going to be doing some scoring. So the first score is going to be 2 3/4, which is right here. And I'm going to score it right like that. And then the second score is going to be 5 1/2, and just like so. And that's the base. Now we're going to go ahead and fold this. So we're going to fold this in half like so, and then the top part in half like that. So it'll look like this. So the longer part is on your right, and the two scored areas are on your left. And go ahead and give that a nice crease with your bone folder. And that's the base of the card. And now let's do the long piece base. So to make the double Z, because this is actually a double Z fold card, it's going to be 11, which we know that's the length of the paper, by 1 1/4. So you're going to take that piece you just cut off and measure 1 1/4 like so, and then take the piece and we're going to score it 2 3/4 just like the other one, and 5 1/2 just like the other one. And then of course you're going to fold it the same way. You're going to fold this in half so they're equal, and then score and fold this one over like so, and give them a good score with your bone folder here. And that's that part. Now we're going to create the layers. Now the layer for the main part of the base, the front is going to be a pumpkin pie, and this is 2 1/2 by 4, and a very vanilla, which is 2 3/8 by 3 7/8. Now don't worry about writing down all the dimensions as you're watching the video. Go to the body of my video where you click and it says show more, and all my dimensions are there. So you don't have to struggle and go back and forth and back and forth. Just go to the body of my video and you can grab all the measurements. You can grab all the products that I use. You can even click on the links and place order on my Stampin' Up! Line direct if you want to. So that's all there. Also, I give away the demo cards. So if you're the first one to like, subscribe, and write a comment saying I would like to win the demo card, and you have to leave your email because I got to be able to contact you. So like, subscribe, and put an email that you want to win the demo card. So that is the front here. So let's go ahead and do that because I'm not too afraid of inking while I put it together here, because this is a layered up card here. So that's that part, and guess what? I'm going to go ahead and put it on, which I normally never do. I always ink first and do this, but I'm going to break the rules. I'm breaking the rules. So anyway, and then the large part, this is going to be 5 1/4 by 4 in the pumpkin pie, and the very vanilla is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And guess what? I'm going to break the rules again, and I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the middle like so, and I'm going to put it on the card. Woohoo, scary. Scary, scary, scary. Well, it is Halloween cards, so we're going to do scary things like putting things on before we really should. And put it like so. Now, I did make an adjustment to this card, and that is I put an extra piece here. So we need one more of these. Poof! By the magic of video, I've got my extra piece. So this is the same size as the front piece. So this is 2.5 by 4, and the pumpkin pie and the very vanilla is 2 3/8 by 3 7/8. And we're just gonna put it on the card just like a horror movie. Don't do it, don't do it. And I did try to make sure that these all line up. So that is the main part of the base. And then the double Z, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our very vanilla and pumpkin pie, and this long piece, this one is 5 1/4 by 1 is the pumpkin pie, and the very vanilla is 5 1/8 by 7/8. And we're going to put that on like so, and boom, we're going to do it again. We're going to put things on before we stamp. No, don't do it. It's gonna not work, but it will. And then there's 2 of these, and the very vanilla and pumpkin pie is 2.5 by 1, and the very vanilla is 2 3/8 by 7/8. And we're gonna put that on the middle. And ooh, don't do it, but we're gonna put it on the card, and I hopefully won't mess up. We'll see how that works out. Murphy's Law says I won't be able to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then, of course, the last one. And this is, you know, you can make this card several different ways. Now you've got the basic formula. You can make that double Z wider. You can turn the card the other direction. You can do all kinds of things with that card formula. And just like that. And now we're going to do something really scary. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to put these together. Don't do it. I'm breaking rules here, but that's okay. I can break the rules because it's my card. So when you fold these 2 up, you're going to see that they match end to end. So you kind of know where you need to put on your snail before you do it. So I had to cut the video there. Almost messed up. The long part goes on top and the Z goes on your right. So but they do match up here. So you know where you're going to put your tape, really, because it's this whole back end here, and it's the whole front end here. And we're going to go ahead and just give it a little bit of room and go end to end, just like that. So when you open it, it opens perfect. So, like I said, this is like the bare bones of this particular kind of Z card formula. So you can use it on a million things. Now, let's get to the kitty cat and the spider and the bats. The next part is we're going to stamp, and then we're going to cut a few things. We're also going to just stamp some things. So the things you want to stamp and cut are the 2 cats, the broom, the spider, the little kitty cat that's peering over, and the hat. So we're going to take our box here, and we're going to put it right under our Stamparatus, because that gives you a good base to stamp off of. Now the first thing I'm going to stamp is the broom, and I'm going to use soft suede. Now I'm using a Stampin' Spot, so I just filled the Stampin' Spot, and these are in the catalog, they're in the back, and you can take the ink refills and do that. And these are great for the Stamparatus because I'm going to be using different colors, and I just want to make sure that they're not touching anything else and I'm not getting ink all over my plate. So the soft suede goes on like so, and it's actually a pretty decent stamp, so it doesn't have any issues at all. I do have a little piece of dirt or something on my stamp, so I just restamped it, not a problem. So that's soft suede. The next color is Rich Razzleberry, and if you notice, these look different. They're the same Stampin' Spot, but this one came in my paper pumpkin. If you ever have a reason to get a paper pumpkin, this is it, because they give you one of these and they're awesomely inked up, and I just love them. So the hat, the witch's hat, is in Rich Razzleberry, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that one up and go ahead and get her. Now see, it didn't stamp all that well, so we're going to do it again. That's the great thing about the Stamparatus, is that it will let you do this over and over again. And that's the hat. Now the rest of it, the 2 kitties, or the 3 kitties, because it's like a part of a kitty, and the spider are all in Memento. So I'm going to go ahead and just stamp these. and stay away from the hat and the broom, and stamp these up. And flip. I'm going to press down on them pretty good. Now, notice it didn't stamp all the way, so I'm going to keep stamping it until I get that cat all the way filled in. And here's everything that is all inked up. And now we're going to take these all out. Now, I have a Brother Scan and Cut, and I'm going to go ahead and use the Scan and cut these out because it saves time and it looks a little nicer. Now, if you want to fussy cut it, that's fine. You just need to fussy cut it. But on the Brother Scan and Cut, make sure you take a pencil, like a mechanical pencil. And if there are any gaps, you have to fill them in because it just follows a solid line. So I'm going to have to put a line right here and under the kitty's feet so it knows where to follow. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these, and you fussy cut or cut these out, and I'll be back. So I'm taking my cuts off my Brother Scan and Cut thing here. I'm just removing them slowly. Now, I know that most of my subscribers are demonstrators, and if you are a demonstrator, this is a great thing to have because if you're doing card classes and you need a lot of cuts and, you know, something doesn't have a die, this is great. This is also good for cutting out shapes on your DS paper. There's all kinds of cute little things on DS paper that can be cut out. So the Brother Scan and Cut is awesome. And I have on September 12th, 2021, I have a Brother Scan and Cut basic tutorial. So if you want to know how to do this, or you're kind of thinking about getting one, go ahead and look at the tutorial because this is about 90% of what I use my Brother Scan and Cut for. But if you want to just fussy cut it, you can fussy cut it. But I mean, this is great. So why bother? Now I'm going to take these cuts, and I'm not one that likes a white border around, and even though it's pretty darn close, I'm still going to take my Stampin' Write marker and I'm going to edge everything here so all that white border is gone. Another tip for demonstrators, or if you're a new demonstrator or whatever, is get the full set of these Stampin' Write markers. They have them for every single color, and these are great because I think they're just a little better than the Stampin' Blends. They also have a fine tip on the other side so you can write and do all kinds of things, something you just can't do with the blending ones. So I would definitely get a full set of these. So I'm going to edge all of these. So I'm going to have a Stampin' Write for the broom and a Stampin' Write for the hat and the Rich Razzleberry. But I'm going to do all that and I'll be back. Now I'm going to take these cats, and I really want these to be really, really super black. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Write marker again, and I'm going to just make an outline around the delicate stuff in the pointed end here. And then I'm going to take the big end and really give it a super dense coat of black. Just something you can't get from a stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and do both the kitty. So like I said, take the pointy end and edge around, and even on the parts where it's real tight here, just go ahead and use the pointy end for the whole thing and fill it in super black. But I'm going to do these two kitties. I might do the spider. I'm definitely going to do the peekaboo kitty here. And I don't think I need to, I'm not going to do the hat, but I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. So I've got the card here. Let's do some assembling. So let's put on the broom first and the kitty. So I know, and we're going to take the kitty that's obviously going off here. I know that I want to put this right about here to do everything I want. So I'm going to put kitty's broom right here. Now stop the video there. I made a mistake. So when you snail the kitty, don't snail the top part because the top part is going to touch this card. If you snail the top, it's going to stick. So only do the bottom part of the kitty and put little Mr. Kitty right on top of the broom. And Kitty, of course, is a witch. So we're going to take our witch's hat and we're going to snail the bottom of that again and put it right over his eyes. So you're covering up the ears, just like so. And now we're going to take our rich razzleberry again, and let's put the sentiment on. So we're going to use the really, I've been this cute all 9 lives. We're going to ink that up. I'm going to use my Stampin' Spot because it's out already. And by the way, if you are a demonstrator, please, you can case my cards. Use them for card classes. I mean, you can still win a demo card. So don't go, oh, I can't win a demo card. I'm a demonstrator. It's like, that's okay. I don't discriminate. I know that most of the people that watch my videos are demonstrators. That's fantastic. So you can definitely win the demo card as well. So like I said, you have to like and subscribe. If you've already subscribed and you've never won a demo card, then I can go ahead and give you a card anyway. So just somebody who hasn't won a card. So I put that there. And then, by the way, I glue dotted this down so when I'm making my card video, it doesn't like lift up while I'm doing it. So I'm just pulling it up here. I really glue dotted it well. So anyway, so I'm going to pull that up and take this off because it's going to do something naughty to my card. And so you can see there's another sentiment there, which I'm also going to use the rich razzleberry. And it's, I have a perfect Halloween. And I'm going to open this up. And like I said, this doesn't have to be a Halloween card. This can be any kind of a card. Now that you know the basic bones of making a double Z card, you know, who cares? Just to, you know, make sure that these are all even and just put different stuff on it. So, okay, so we got those now. And then I'm going to go ahead and put away the rich razzleberry. Now, one thing that I did do to this little kitty is I took my Stampin' Right on the fine end and I wrote candy on it because I thought that'd be cute for Halloween. So I'm just going to write in candy. Just like that. And I'm going to snail that cat and I'm just going to put Kitty right there. So he's like a surprise when you open the card. And then I'm just going to really do some decorating. Oh, there is one little thing. So I did take the little dots from the cartridge here. I don't know if you noticed that. This is for the Spidey. So I put the Spidey right over here coming off the ceiling. And then one of the things that I cut is the spider. So I'm going to take the spider and I've got these mini black dimensionals. If you don't have the mini dimensionals, they come with black and white, which is awesome. And I'm going to take the black dimensional here on Mr. Spider and hang Mr. Spider off her web, just like that. The other thing that we cut out was the kitty that's peeking over, and I'm going to snail that little kitty and I'm putting it right on the edge of that double Z right there. And now I'm just decorating. So there are two bats. There's a little one and a big one. And I am going to go ahead and just put bats basically everywhere. So I'm going to put one here because I made a little smudge mark. So, you know, I got to stamp something there now. And I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one here. And here. And here. I'm going to grab the big bat. And I'm going to put one here and here. And then I'm going to take the spider. I had to grab the spider off my Stamparatus. So put her on a little block. And that's the inside the card here. And I'm going to take the little bat here and put that inside there. Put one right here and put one here, and that's the card. So really cool. So like I said, if you are a first-time subscriber or you're not at all, like, subscribe and put in my comments, oh, you'd like to maybe win the demo card, because I give away all my cards. I don't need a collection of cards. Or I am going to be I do have a part on my joyacards.com where you can shop and you can buy the cards. Cards are not up yet. They will be soon, but all my retired stuff is. and you can go on there and buy my retired like dies and stamps and stuff. And there's going to be a new surge of it because celebration is over, and I don't hang on to things that are retired. I should say that again. I do not hold on to things that are retired. Once you can't get them through Stampin' Up, I sell everything. Always look at my retires. I always have something up. So, but if you're like, subscribe, it doesn't matter if you're a demonstrator. Come on down, case my card, do a card class off of it. I don't care. You could win a demo card too, but that is my card. So that'll do it for me. Thanks. Bye.